So welcome to everybody who is watching this interview. Today we are here with Luis Iañez.
Hi.
Luis is a member of Result in the team of WCA, a member of the Spanish Rubik's Association, Spanish Rubik's Cube Association, and WCA delegate. Also, he is the webmaster of twisttheweb.com and cubecom.com. Luis is Spanish, but he asked me to do this interview in English because in that way it can be understood in a lot of countries. So, Luis, welcome to this interview.
Thank you.
The first question is very simple, Luis. How and when did you know the cube, and how did you start the cubing?
Yeah. Well, mm, my how I met the cube is a little bit weird because I can say that I met the cube for the first time in two different occasions in my life, with a long parenthesis between them. Mm, the first one was on 1981 when the cube was on sale for the first time in Spain. I ran to the nearest store the very first Saturday it was on sale, and it was a magical morning for me because I was pretty sure that the Rubik's Cube was going to be a lot of fun and a challenge. I can even now perfectly remember my 20-minute walk to that store. Plenty of excitation and expectation. And of course, I can remember the store, but the store doesn't exist now. So when I grabbed the cube, I tried to solve it by my own means, but I was 12. I was a kid, and I was only able to complete the first two layers. I got lost with the last layer, and I finally gave up trying to solve the cube. Then I was told that a schoolmate of mine had learned to solve it from other friends. So I asked him to teach me. Then I learned to solve it with something even longer that we call today beginner's method. It was a very long method. But in any case, I learned to solve it, and then I put my cube on a shelf and forgot it, and eventually it got lost. I don't know where is my first Rubik's cube. Then comes a very long parenthesis. I grew up. I became a programmer, and at some point I tried to code a program, to write a program able to solve the cube, or at least easy permutations, that kind of stuff. But at this moment I was young, and I lacked the knowledge, so again I gave up. And this disappointed me deeply, and I promised myself to go back to the cube program sometime later in my life. So I had this in my to-do list until January the 6th, 2009. And here comes the nice part of my story. Okay, January the 6th, that night, the three white men left a very special gift for me, my second Rubik Cube. At that moment, I was a professional programmer, so I took the plunge and decided to try again that program to solve the cube. And this time I succeeded, of course. I only used my knowledge and my imagination to write this program because it was an old challenge of mine, and I avoided, of course, searching for solutions from others in the internet. It has been a long introduction. Sorry. As a speed cuber, I started in the most weird manner you can imagine, because I have a terrible memory, awful memory. So I decided to learn the OLL and PLL before learning to speed cube. So I was completing the first two layers with the beginner's method, and the last layer with OLL and PLL, just to prove myself that I was able to remember those long series of algorithms. That same year, on 2009, I attended my first competition, my first official competition. It was the Spanish National of that year. And this is how it all began for me.
Good, until today.
Until today.
A nice history. A very nice and complete history.
Yeah. Very detailed, right?
Yeah. So, and about your job in the WCA as a result team.
Yeah, as a member of the
Of the result team. What's your job?
My job, well, mainly when a delegate sends a file containing results, I use a set of online scripts that the team has access to privately. And it's an easy task that we do often. For example, this very morning I have posted results. We do that, the better we are able to, and the faster we can. As a results team member, I have also coded some scripts to handle the results. Also, coding is mainly the mission of the software team. By the way, let me say that presently we at the WCA have an excellent software team doing a brilliant work. I think that we all should be very thankful for them for their awesome work. And apart from this, and I say we because we are 5 persons in the team, plus the board members that can also post results. We take care of the database and do our best to keep it clean and accurate. And this is basically our job.
You need to be a programmer to do all this.
No, it's not a requisite to be a results team member. Of course, it's much better if you are an IT person, because you can know better the stuff, and you can know better what you are doing. But it's not strictly necessary to be a results team member.
Okay. And why did you develop twisttheweb.com?
I have always been a Windows programmer, a professional Windows programmer. Then a day came that I thought that I should recycle myself, and I started learning to program for the web. So I decided to start a very big project to allow cubers raise and chat online. Originally, I wanted to make of TwistTheWeb a kind of social network for cubers, but later I realized that the project was way too big for me. So TwistTheWeb is my first website, or at least my first dynamic website. And I am happy that people enter TwistTheWeb to have fun and cube online every day. But I'm not precisely happy about the results I got with TwistTheWeb, because TwistTheWeb is the work by a paintings, and I think it's crystal clear from the very first moment you enter.
And the same for CubeComps, or is different?
CubeComps cost me a little more experience as a web programmer. I was attending my fourth or fifth competition, and I could see the hard experience the delegate was having, struggling with the spreadsheet manually. It was my friend Tim in Barcelona, and he was very upset about the Excel, and so then I decided to try something to help delegates and organizer in the competitions, and this was how CubeComps was born. I should say that I never could imagine the big popularity that CubeComps has nowadays. And when I was writing it, I thought that I could be very happy if 30% or 40% of competitions were using my system. But the shiny truth is that presently almost 100% of the competition are managed with CubeComps, and that makes me really happy.
It's not bad.
No,
It's good. And talking about the cubers in Spain that you know, do you think that someday the world champion of 3x3x3 can be Spanish?
World champion or world record?
Wherever you want.
Well, about the world record is possible. World champion is too possible, but more difficult. Think about this. You know Carlos Mendez, right?
Sure.
When Carlos Mendez became national record in Spain and Spanish champion, none of us could think of someone becoming fast enough to beat him, because it was very fast. But now Darío Roa is here. He is our new national record, our new champion. And what is better, he's amongst the top cubers in the world. So he could have the cube of his life in competition, or even won a world champion. It's not impossible. And also, why not keep on dreaming? Another young Spanish cuber could arise from the shadows and do even better.
When you are going to make some interesting update in the cubecomp.com?
Well, this is a question that I'm asked often, and it's hard to give a short answer. CubeComps will have a challenger in the software arena soon. It's a project called CCM, that stands for Cube Competition Manager. And honestly, I don't want to compete with them. I'm just waiting to see what they have to say and how the delegates and organizers accept this new software. Maybe then it will be time to retire, or time to make CubeComps even better. Time will tell, but I want to wait and see.
Okay. When you are going to make a new software for to be used by the cubers?
Well, I don't know. I don't have a specific plan. If I find a reason or a necessity for a new software that I can develop, and I have the time and the energy to develop it, I will. This is sure. For example, I have coded a lot of Cuban software for my private use. I employed this software in the past, in order to try to develop methods, a new method for the Rubik's Cube, the pyramids, the square one, and the cube. But honestly, I didn't manage to find something really interesting. So this software is still of private use.
And how many users average have the twisttheweb.com in a day, for example, in daily?
This is easy to answer. I don't know and I don't care. As I said before, I'm not precisely in love with the web. And apart from that, I don't care how many people enter. I just keep my website up and running and try to get as much fun from them as I can, and that's all.
Okay. And as everybody knows, Luis is very appreciated in the forum. And Luis, what do you think about it? Why are you so charismatic and appreciated for all the cubers in Spain and around the world?
Well, I'm not sure that I am the guy that you have described. It's just that I do a lot for the community, and the community sends love in return to me, and that's all.
Good answer.
Yeah.
What did you feel when you won the Spanish record in pyramids? Good memories.
No, good, very good memory. I felt pure, absolute, complete happiness. It was a magical evening. On 2011, I was cubing for my third year. You know, when you are engaged to cubing for a long time, you come to realize that there are 2 or 3 events that you like more than the others and that you are more competitive at. I discovered that for the square one, the clock, and the pyramids. And I felt that for those events I could aspire to podium, not in the nationals, of course, but in regular competition. But specifically for the pyramids, when nobody was really interested in Spain and the fastest pyramiders didn't master good methods, I invented an easy method of mine and made every effort to master it. As a result, in our nationals on December 2011, I broke our national record on average in the first round, and I won the final. Thus becoming a Spanish champion. It was a magical evening, and I felt very, very happy.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
No problem. And in your life, what mean the Rubik's Cube for you?
For me, the Rubik's Cube is a way of life. Period. It's the cube has become very, very important for me in a part of my life. I think that the Rubik's Cube is a perfect chance to improve ourselves, to stop thinking that there are impossible goals in our lives. Also a very good excuse to travel and to know people, the people. Let me keep my cube friends and take my national records and my championship. My cube mates are amongst my best friends ever.
And Luis, do you want to say something to the cubers in the forum and to the cubers around the world who is watching this interview?
Yeah, sure. I want to say that you can feel great doing good time, but you can also feel very, very good promoting the cube in your zone as a competition organizer, growing to become a delegate, or joining the WCA and asking how can you help. So the cube community is more in need of helping hands than fast hands.
Good. It's a very kind phrase for you. Yeah.
Thanks.
So Luis, the interview has finished. Thank you very much for to give me a little of your time and for to do this interview.
Thanks to you.
Has been a pleasure to talk with you and see you in another video.
Same for me. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.